Hi everyone, it's Lisa with InkandInspirations.com. Thanks for joining me today. In this video we're going to be making this card, and I'm going to show you how I created this little panel piece with a sentiment stamp. I started with a piece of shimmery white cardstock from Stampin' Up. It's cut at 3 by 4, and I'm going to use this Enjoy Your Day from the You're So Lovely stamp set. I already have that mounted on a clear block. It's a photopolymer set, and I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat beneath it to give it some cushion. And I'm going to use Memento Black ink, and we're going to do repetitive stamping. And this just really makes a statement behind the sentiment. It repeats the sentiment of the card, but it's a fun way to kind of make your own pattern paper. And I'm going to start just stamping up in this corner at an angle. And because it's photopolymer, I can see through and line it up and just offset it to where it's not the same on every line. Now this one I'm going to get the whole sentiment on, so I'm going to stamp it just right there. Then I'm going to come off again. And there's really not a right or wrong way about how you decide to space these. It's just a fun look and really different after you've finished it. And the shimmery white cardstock just has a very subtle shimmer and really looks pretty on the front of a card. Okay, I'm going to stagger that a little more. And I'm going to continue stamping this, and when I get close to the end, I'll be back to show you the finished panel. To the last little bit that I'm going to stamp, and I'm trying to stagger this. And just, sometimes you just have room for 1 or 2 letters in the corner. And I'm not really concerned about if I get it exactly straight for each row. I just know that I haven't overlapped any of my words, and it just really makes a good background for your sentiment that you're going to put on your card. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way, and we'll need that sentiment stamp again in a minute. In fact, I'm going to go ahead, and I have a strip of Whisper White that's cut at 1/2 inch and about 4 1/4, and I'm just going to stamp this Enjoy Your Day in the middle, and take my paper snips and do a little banner piece on the ends here. And we'll set this aside because that'll go toward the end of the top layer of our card. Okay, so I have a piece of Blackberry Bliss cardstock cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4 in the center. And for the first layer here, I have this Elegant Dots piece cut at 4 by 5 1/4. I've already run it through the Big Shot and got the texture, and then I put dimensional adhesive on the back. And now I have one of these silver metallic doilies, and I'm just going to put some adhesive on this, and we're going to mount that onto this piece here. That's our background that we created. And now I have a punched 2-inch circle of the Botanical Blooms vellum. This is a celebration choice that you can still earn for free. With each $50 purchase, you get to choose something free out of the celebration brochure, and that goes through March 31st, and there's no limit. So I'm just putting a tiny bit of adhesive behind that vellum because I'm going to cover that up with a 1/4 inch piece of our silver glimmer paper, and I'm going to, it's about probably 4 1/4 inches long, and then I cut the ends just like I did on the sentiment piece. And I'm going to go across the center like this. Okay. And now we'll take our Enjoy Your Day. That's going to be the main sentiment. Put that across here. And now we still need a little something. So I'm using the little flower from the Itty Bitty Accents Punch Pack. And I'm going to punch 3 of these. Barely left myself enough room. Talk about making use of your scraps. Okay, that piece is done. And now let me adhere those right over here in a little group of 3. And then we'll take some basic rhinestones and attach those to the center. And then we'll be almost finished with the card. Get that glue off of there. Alright, so I'm going to use a paper piercing tool to attach these rhinestones. And they're not wanting to come off they're not wanting to cooperate, but we're going to get it done anyway. Okay, first cut video, seeing all the bloopers. And we'll fiddle. We'll just play like we got all those on. My adhesive, I don't know if it's too cold today, but it's not wanting to work well. And then we will just take this and mount it onto our Elegant Dots piece that's already on the card base. And then to add a little bit more sparkle, I'm taking my Wink of Stella clear glitter brush and just brushing some of these flower outlines that are in the botanical blooms on the vellum, just to add a little bit more shimmer. And let me show you the finished card here. And there you have it. So I hope you'll give this background a try, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.